All right, let's get right into it. Picture this. You've just finished building a brand new multiplex. The paint is perfect, the floors are gleaming, but as you walk through the halls, it's dead silent. Every single door is closed. It's a massive achievement for sure, but until you get people in there, it's really just a beautiful, very expensive, empty shell.
And that quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. The building has all the potential in the world, but it has no life, no energy, and most importantly, no cash flow. It's just a structure, waiting for a community to call it home.
So that's the big question, right? That's what we're going to tackle in this explainer. We're going to walk through the exact step-by-step process of how you transform this silent building into a humming, profitable, and totally stabilized asset.
Okay, step one is all about creating momentum. You can't just put a listing online and cross your fingers. No way. You have to actively create excitement and get eyes on the place. You've got to generate some real buzz.
And this process, it starts right there on the ground. Think about it. Host a simple pizza night in the lobby. The neighbors wander in, they see how great the place looks, and they start talking. That kind of word of mouth is just priceless. From there, you build on it with a professional online presence. We're talking stunning photos, really polished listings, and targeted social media ads that reach exactly the right people. And here's why this is so critical. Creating buzz isn't just for show. Every single day a unit sits empty, it is costing you money. Period. Speed is absolutely everything in this first phase. The faster you can fill those units, the faster you turn this huge overhead into an asset that's actually making you money. All right, so the buzz is working. Your first tenants are signing on the dotted line. That's a huge milestone. But handing over the keys, that's really just the beginning. Now we've got to build a solid professional foundation that's going to last for the long haul.
And this is what that foundation looks like in the real world. It's not just a lease, it's a whole package. You've got the standard lease, for legal clarity. Proof of tenant insurance to cover your bases. A pre-authorized debit form so rent collection is seamless. And, super important, a detailed condition report with photos to protect both you and the tenant. This whole package just sets a professional tone from day one.
And this really gets to a huge shift in mindset. You're not just a landlord anymore. You're an operator. You're establishing a professional, well-run system. This structure is what prevents those future headaches, and it shows your tenants that they're in a building that's managed with real care and precision.
So tenants are moved in, and the building finally has a pulse. It feels alive. Now the challenge totally shifts. It's not about acquisition anymore. It's about operation. How do you create such a seamless living experience that your good tenants never want to leave?
This is where modern property management is just a game changer. The old way, late-night texts, scattered emails, it's just chaos. It's inefficient. The modern solution is a centralized tenant portal. It's one simple app where tenants can pay rent, log a maintenance request, see announcements. It replaces all that chaos with clean, trackable workflows. And here's how that works in practice. A tenant logs a leaky faucet in the portal. You get a notification instantly. You can assign the task right away, and the tenant gets automatic updates as it gets fixed. From their perspective, the whole thing is simple. It's responsive. It makes the building feel like it just works.
And backing up that whole system are clear promises. We call them service-level agreements. This way, everyone knows exactly what to expect. An emergency, we're on it within an hour. An urgent repair, within 2 days. This isn't just about being efficient. It's about building trust and showing that you're accountable.
The best management isn't just about fixing things quickly. It's about stopping them from breaking in the first place. It's the difference between constantly putting out fires and actually practicing fire prevention. Proactive management, doing things like monthly safety checks, stops those little issues from turning into big, expensive problems down the line. And finally, a humming building is really about community. It's the little things, like setting up a hot chocolate bar in the lobby during the winter. These small gestures make tenants feel seen, they feel valued. And happy tenants? They renew their leases, and every renewal saves you thousands in turnover costs. This is how you get to true long-term stability.
So, the front of the house is running smoothly, tenants are happy, but what's actually powering it all? Well, let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the back office engine that keeps everything organized and compliant behind the scenes.
I'm telling you, order is everything. This is a perfect example of a clean, logical digital filing system. Every lease, every invoice, every inspection report has its own specific home. So if an auditor or a lender ever asks for a file, you can pull it up in seconds. No stress, no frantic searching, it's just there. And that same systematic approach applies to the tough stuff too, like late rent. Instead of having those awkward, emotional phone calls, you have a predefined, automated script. It starts with a friendly reminder, then a formal notice, then an offer of a payment plan. It's professional, it's consistent, and it keeps you in control of the situation.
And because this is a professional operation, compliance is just baked right into every single process. So for Ontario, that means rent increase notices go out exactly 90 days before. Entry notices are always given with 24 hours warning. Fire logs are always updated. These aren't just little details, they're essential protections for your investment.
So after all that work, the buzz, building the foundation, the tenant systems, the back office engine, we finally arrive at the final stage. This is where all those pieces click together and you achieve full stabilization.
And this right here is the payoff. It's the summary of the entire journey. Those empty halls, they're now a thriving community. The overhead costs have turned into stabilized cash flow. And those chaotic late-night texts have been replaced by organized professional workflows. It's a complete and total transformation. The key takeaway here is that the building isn't a project you have to manage day to day anymore. Because of all these systems, it has become exactly what you intended it to be from the start: a stable, a predictable, and a highly valuable investment. So we've seen how a systematic approach can literally breathe life into an empty building, turning it from a liability into a true asset. The question I'll leave you with is this: is your property ready to really, truly come alive?